Hello everybody, my name is theSirhc and welcome back to another episode of Creativerse. Today I want to start off by showing a neat little trick that Kamikaze Canadian and I found out. So I've shown this off before. If you are inside a door and you close it, you kind of get shot out. Down there it doesn't quite work as well, but if you go there, boom, you're on the roof. Instant teleporter, it's wonderful. Well, we were playing around in the kitchen here, and somehow, I think Kamikaze probably figured this out. He's pretty good at messing around with stuff. You do that. Now why? It never makes me hit the leaf unless I'm recording. I was recording another clip that I scrapped, and it made me hit the leaves. Let's see if we can do this without hitting the leaves. Alright, come on. Oh, no, it's gonna make me hit the leaves again. Alright, let's try this one more time. It's supposed to launch you up higher. There we go. Right to build height. And that is amazing. Especially with the gliders. You couple it with a glider, and suddenly you can get super high and travel super far very easily. So obviously we have a very specific setup there in the house that just sort of happened, and we were trying to recreate it elsewhere. And there's a few things. It seems like the most simple thing you can do is, let's put a few trapdoors, and then let's put a block there. And then we'll take out these trapdoors and open this one. And if we jump, we should get launched up in the air, if it works. There we go. So we got launched up in the air, not all the way to build height, but pretty high. That's a really simple little setup there. To maximize it, what we were doing is, let's grab some slabs, put a slab there, and then a door on top. And let's try this out now. It seems like doors, they kind of, when you go through them, they almost accelerate you up. So let's try this, see if this will work. There we go. So there we got to build height. Not quite as fast as the house, but we got up there pretty quickly. So let's try something else. Let's try adding another door, perhaps, and see if that increases it. I'm not entirely sure if it will. When we were doing testing, it seemed, when we were doing testing with Kamikaze the other day, it seemed like it did. But when I was trying it out again, it didn't seem to work the exact same way. So I'm not entirely sure what's different, what's going on, but we'll try this out. And we got the door open, and jump up, and boom. That was pretty fast. That was kind of similar to the house. One last thing I want to try. We did try adding, I think we tried adding a third door, and the third door seemed to slow you down, or at least it wasn't any faster. So I think the limit is like 2 doors. Let's put that on top there and just see if that has any effect. Open the trap door, and didn't work. All right, let's try it again. And come on. Now it's not gonna work for me. Oh, you jerk. You jerk. There we go. I'm not sure if that was any faster. It seemed maybe about the same. But there you go. You know, you have 2 doors to go through. It works very nicely. I don't know if it has to do with the fact that there's the leaves up there. If those kind of accelerate you even further once you get like out of the house. Let's try this again. Oh, come on. Oh. It's a little inconsistent. There we go. Yeah, that is super fast. I think the leaves might have something to do with that. So, as I said, very nice if you want to make like a really quick launcher. Very cheap launcher to get up to build height so you can glide around very nicely. I like it. Another thing we were thinking is it might be a nice way to escape a cave system. You know, usually you might have a touchstone outside that you can just teleport to, but if for some reason you don't have your touchstone out somewhere. What was attacking me? Or your touchstone is down in the cave. Get out of here, jerks! I'm trying to test things. You might need this trick to get out, or it might be a handy trick to get out. So let's try this first. Just real simple, and boom. You know, you get launched through the world all the way up to build height, and we're up in a safe place. Obviously, if you don't have Pro, and you don't have the glider, this might not be the best idea, because you're probably going to die from fall damage. It might not be the smartest thing to do. But let's head down lower, actually. We have a hole down here with some water. Let's head down to the lava layer and see if we can get out of the cave down there as well. So we're down in the lava layer, and let's try out the same setup. Let's do a 4-block high hole here. Trapdoor on the 3rd block, and boom, teleported. Now there, it didn't shoot us up at all, but we did get to the surface, which is really nice. So, if you're ever stuck in a cave, bring your trapdoors. Until they maybe fix that bug, I suppose. Although I don't know. I mean, the whole thing is that basically when you close a door, you end up being inside of a block. And that's a thing that happens to mobs a lot as well. Sometimes when they're underground, they spawn inside of a block and they shoot up into the sky. That's why if you're ever hanging out at lava level or down in the corruption, and then you come to the surface, you might find corruption or lava mobs at the surface. It's because since you were down there, they're spawning down there still, and then they might spawn in a block, and boom, up at the surface they go, kind of get launched up. The other thing I wanted to check out at the beginning of this video is these placemats. I've been playing around with them, and they are pretty neat little things. It's like a placemat, and you can put things on it. It's kind of like a shelf, and you can put pretty much anything on it, which is really cool. One nice little application that I just figured out is you can put food on there. So boom, we can actually use it as a placemat here at our table. We have food there, and if we want a cup, let's see, I think not there. We want it like there. Yeah, there you go. So now we have a cup there as well, which is pretty neat. There's also different arrangements for these. In fact, let's put another one down over here, and let's just put some blocks in there to show the different arrangements. So you have this one where you have a bigger block in the middle, and then the 4 blocks on the corner, and the placemat is visible. Second arrangement is like this, with the blocks on the side, and the placemat is now invisible. Third arrangement is like the first one, but the placemat is invisible. And then the fourth one, you just have like a random assortment of blocks, which is kind of neat, a little pile of blocks. So that is pretty interesting. I was trying to think of different things you can do with it. Obviously, like I said, you have this little thing here. And if we don't want the actual placemat, we can make it invisible and still get the same little effect there. One thing I was thinking is we can maybe add some lights to this. Put some light fixtures in here. And let's actually put a yellow light in the middle. And those are on the outside. So you could do something like this and arrange it in different ways and get different things. You could potentially put a stone wall, stone fence or whatever in the middle, which, by the way, these stone walls, stone fences, their graphics still doesn't match what you actually get. And actually, I really wish that the block looked like the graphic. I like the way that this looks down there, where it's like a cobbly, it's kind of like bricks, whereas here it's like iron bands and stone slabs. I like what you actually see in your GUI better. But you could do something like this potentially. It's not the best. Maybe something like that. It's kind of like a little chandelier light fixture. There's no connections, and you can't make it connect to anything above it because it just doesn't go high enough. But that's a possibility. One other thing I was thinking of, or was playing around with, No, I didn't pick up that. The wall is if you actually want it to connect to something, you could put it on top of something, have it sit on top of some fences like this. And then we'll put a yellow lamp in the middle these around the side and change it to arrangement 2, and there you have like a neat little street lamp. Now this thing doesn't give off light. The lights don't give off light when they're sitting on the placemat, but it looks kind of cool, which is always nice. It's nice to have things that look neat. What if we change this out with iron bars? That might look a little spindly. Yeah, that doesn't quite work. What about if we did stone rod and iron bar? I mean, that's something. Definitely something you can play around with. So those are some options. Another thing with the fourth arrangement, another thing you could do is you could make like a pile of granite, which could look pretty neat by doing something like this and then putting some more, or not granite, bedrock. Why did I think granite? You could do something like this, maybe in the fourth arrangement, where it's then like you have, you know, small little chunks of rock sitting on the ground. If you were trying to make like a mine or a quarry type situation, that could look pretty cool. The other application I used that in was up here in our second bedroom. Decided to make it kind of like a children's bedroom, so here we have some blocks on the ground. And I think that looks pretty neat. Pretty neat stuff. I like it. Adds a lot of different things, different little things that you can play around with, which is always nice to have. Anyways, we need to get to work here on the house. So I've been doing some stuff around here. Changed around the beach a bit. There used to be some land connecting through here, and there was a bit more grass. Took a lot of the grass out, got rid of the land connecting here. We're gonna put a bridge going across here. And then just left a little bit of grass there by the tree. I don't really like that tree. It's kind of ugly and like lopsided and weird. But I also don't really want to get rid of it. I like the fact that there is a tree there. We might have to kind of play around with it and make it look a little bit better. Also extended the beach out this way. There was a beach over here, and then it was grass like through here. So I connected that up to make it look a little nicer. And we have a porch. Played around with this for a while, trying to figure out what kind of blocks I wanted. Stone seemed to blend too much. Like any type of stone type blocks seemed to blend too much with the house. The limestone didn't really look that great. I'm not a big fan of the wood, and it looked kind of weird having it out here. So I ended up figuring out like the bottom of the stone stairs is a little bit darker, and so it actually works pretty nicely there. And I alternated the direction so that these bricks were facing different directions, have a little like crosshatch pattern. I think that turned out pretty well. One last thing I want to do here is we need some, let's see, I have my stone fences. Wanted to make like a railing here going across here. Possibly something like this. Looks like I'll need to craft some more stuff. Also, we need stairs here. I mean, we have stairs, but we need them facing the other way. So let's put stairs there. I also have these. So let's do something like this, and then maybe do something like this as well. That'll be our little spot to get on to the patio, the porch. Let's make some more of those. I can't make iron. Oh, I got rid of my globs of goo. Let's go grab that again. Still got my storage in here, hoping to change that soon. I have been working on that a little bit as well. Let's craft 16 more iron bars and the stone fences. What do I need for those? Wood rods. Why did I put all my stuff away? I know I had all this, but I've also been really filling up my inventory. And whoops, I didn't really want to make 40, but I guess we have 40 now. That is all right. So we could do something like this, a little mixture of the iron bars and stone fences. Might look neat. Whoops. I think I want this to be open, but this looks kind of weird. I wonder if we should have a little connection there. Do something like that so that it's not just strangely open. Could do something like that. That doesn't look too bad. I think that might work. And maybe even put an iron bar there. Or a... Whoops. That is not what I wanted to do. Or maybe put a stone fence there. And then we'll have like a path going out that way or something. But that could look pretty neat. I think I like that. Yeah. I had a light. Where did that go? I had a light up here. There we go. Sweet. And then in the back, I've also been working on our cellar. So we got a staircase going down. Again, we got the stone fences and iron bars going on there. And down here, went with just a stone floor. I kind of like the unfinished look of that. Just a nice, I mean, it makes it look like a nice stone floor. We got a bedrock ceiling and lots of stone down here. It's very stony. And one thing that's pretty neat, Kamikaze actually made this cool pinwheel design. I would just had them all facing the same way. But we got our chests here in the walls. And I was thinking of doing the same thing on the other wall here. So let's craft some of these. Where do we got there? Let's take some of these, and we can do kind of the same thing as we have over there. So we'll do that, and then rotate it one, and rotate it one, and this one might be a little bit difficult, but we can do that. There we go. So there we have some hidden storage, which is pretty nice. We got some Grand Architect chests, the Grand Architect chests do hold more, 4 more slots, but I like the look of the normal Architect chests, especially the top. Doing something like this looks pretty neat. I like the boxiness of them too if we were to have them just like that. So we can put some more chests in the wall there. That will give us quite a bit of storage. And I didn't finish this side because I wasn't sure how far over we wanted to go. We do want to make a bunch of forges and processors. Now, where did those go? There's our forges. Get those, and our processors are there. So we could line these up somehow in here, and we can't double stack them like here. And if we do double stack them, we're gonna see that wood floor. So that kind of stinks. The other thing we could do is put these in the ground and then have some up here. That doesn't look necessarily the best. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like that. We could put them in the wall as well, kind of hide them, like, well, not really hide them, because they're not going to be hidden there, but we'd put some stone blocks behind them and have them inset there. Might look kind of neat, might look alright, but that's what I need to figure out, is how many forges, processors I want here. I probably want at least 10 of each, and how I'm going to arrange them over here, how big we want this room, and then we can sort of finish this up. Well, I've been working on our cellar here, kind of moved some stuff around. Found spots for our forges and our processors kind of inset into the wall here. Working pretty nice. Got some chests above them. These actually like kind of block the view because there's dirt right back there. So we sort of need something there at least to get in the way. Let's put this one back. I also have some lighting hidden behind some of these chests here in the corner. I have 3 more here. 3 more of the Architect chests. I ran out of the Arc stones, so I need to... Whoops, what's going on here? There we go. I need to really pay attention to those. Whenever we get the Keepa blips on the radar, I need to make sure that I go after those. A lot of the times, like I ran around and was trying to kill some more Keepas, and a lot of the times when I got that blip, I couldn't find them. Probably because they were underground, and then it just gets really difficult to do that. It's a little bit easier just to run around like a flat area and try and wait for them to spawn on the surface. But yeah, I like the way that it's looking here. I'm not a huge fan of like the floor and the ceiling. It might look a little like the ceiling's almost too bright or something, and the floor just looks weird. I don't know. So I'll be checking out some other blocks. Everything just looks too similar, I think, is one of the problems. Maybe I'll try and mix in some darker blocks, like some of this peak stone slabs or something. try that on the roof ceiling might be nice. Maybe put a darker block on the bottom so it's not all like there's just no contrast here. I think everything's kind of the same color, which doesn't quite work. And then over in this spot, I'm not sure what I want to do, if I just want to put some more chests or do something else over there. I don't really have any other ideas for what to do. And then in this corner, I'm going to put a teleporter. And I think here we'll just have a single teleporter. Do that, that, and that. Kind of representing this house, the blocks that I used in this house. That was this portal's code, right? Yeah, so that's nice. I might, for the teleporters, I'll probably have like a single hub that has teleporters to many different locations. And that single hub might be just in a random location, or maybe at my next base. Like I want to kind of make a main base that has a little bit more to it, and it's more of just a base rather than like a house like this. Maybe kind of a big place that's more permanent for future stuff. And maybe I'd put a teleporter hub there so that you could, like, all these teleporters would basically go there, and then you could travel anywhere you want from that spot. Could be an idea. But I think that's going to be it for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Hope you can find use for this wonderful little trapdoor launcher. That's what I was trying to say, trapdoor. It's very nice. I like it. So much fun, and it's working pretty consistently, which is always nice. But yeah, we'll see you next time. Goodbye, peoples.